and Primary School. The school is located at Mbagara, Chamazi, within Temeke district. Today, I will be with you in science. And before I begin our lesson today, I would like you to make sure that you have your science notebook and a pen so that you can take the short notes on what you're going to discuss. So please, I'm giving you 30 seconds to look for those materials. I'm sure now you have those materials which I've said, and I hope you are ready for today's period. Today I want to study about parallel circuits. It is a continuation of the previous topic, which is electrical energy. And this is one of the type of the electrical circuit. We said we have got two types of circuits. We have series circuit and parallel circuit. Last time we saw what series circuit is. Today we're going to discuss about the parallel circuit. And I left you with an assignment to read on this. I hope you did what I said. And I'm here just to take you through the work which I gave you on parallel circuits. So I want to look the meaning of the parallel circuit. How does it look like? The difference between the parallel circuit and the series circuit. What is parallel circuit, or how is it formed? Is formed when the electrical components, when we talk about electrical components, we mean the source of power, we mean the dry cells as a source of power, or bulbs, wire, those are the electrical components. So it's formed when those electrical components are arranged in a way that there is more than one path. A path is a conductor through which current flows. So when those electrical components are arranged in a way that we have got more than one path in that circuit, then we call it a parallel circuit, not series circuit. So we have said it's formed when electrical components are arranged in a way that there is more than one electrical path for the flow of electrons or for the flow of current. And in parallel circuit, one of the components which can be arranged in parallel form is bulbs. Bulbs can be in parallel form, or the dry cells. Bulbs can be in parallel form, or the dry cells can be in this form, or can be in this type of circuit, which is parallel circuit. So, on the board I want to draw for you a diagram showing how parallel circuits look like when the bulbs are arranged in that form. This is a type of a parallel circuit where we have the bulbs here. These are the bulbs, and these bulbs are arranged in parallel form. This is the source of power, the dry cells. This is the switch. So this one shows parallel circuits where the bulbs are arranged in parallel form. But we can have a parallel circuit where the dry cells are the ones which are arranged in parallel format. I'm sure that you know these are the symbols for dry cells. So you can see these dry cells. This is the negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. Today they are not connected to each other. That means the positive terminal is not connected to the negative terminal of the other dry cells. They are connected different by each by its own wire. So in this format, it means these dry cells here, they are arranged in parallel form. Hence, creating a type of circuit which is called parallel circuit. That's why we have said, in a parallel circuit, the bulbs or the dry cells can be in parallel form. Hence, creating a type of circuit which is called parallel circuit. Now, want to see the major difference. We saw how the series circuit looks like, and we saw how the components are connected in series circuit, and we have seen how these electrical components are connected in parallel circuit. Now, want to go and discuss more what will happen if one of the components is not working? What will happen if one of the components is removed from the circuit? That's our next discussion. If one of the components has got a problem, for example here, let's say this bulb here has got a problem in this one, in our first figure. The remaining two bulbs will continue to produce light. There will be no problem in the circuit. The circuit will not be broken. This is not like the in-series circuit where if one of the bulb is not working properly, or maybe the filament is burnt out, we saw that the circuit is broken. But in this one, the circuit is not broken. Also, the power in the dry cells does not drain very fast as we saw in the series circuit. In the series circuit, we said that the drainage of the power is very fast, but in parallel circuit, this one will take longer time before you exchange. Bulbs in parallel circuit produces same amount of light. Even if you have 6 bulbs here, they will produce the same amount of light. If you have 2, they will still produce the same amount of light. There will be no difference. So having a circuit where the bulbs are arranged in parallel, one of the circuits is having 6 bulbs and another one is having 2 bulbs. The brightness in the 2 circuits will be the same, which is different in series circuits. Total voltage in these 2 types of circuits. Total voltage here is the same as the voltage of a single cell. Remember, we said a single cell has got 1.5 V. V stands for voltage. So even if you have got 20 dry cells here, and you have been told to find the total voltage in that circuit, total voltage here will be 1.5, will be the same as the voltage of a single cell. So, sometimes, we have seen here we have got the switch, we have the switch here. But sometimes these bulbs, each can be controlled by its own switch. Here we can have this bulb can be controlled by a switch, its own switch. This one can, if we remove this one from there, this one can be controlled by its own switch. This one by its own switch. And from there, I can give you an assignment. At your home, you are using electricity. Try to find out the type of connection at your home there. Are you using parallel circuit? Are those bulbs in your house in parallel form or they are in series form? Are those bulbs in the house, all of them, maybe you have the bulbs in your bedroom, the bulbs in the bedroom of your parents, the bulbs in the sitting room, in the dining room, outside the house, are they controlled by one bulb, one switch? Or each is controlled by its own switch? go and find out. So this is what I have for you on this particular type of electric circuit. We have been discussing about voltage, resistance, current. Most of the time we have been mentioning current, resistance, voltage. Now, that's our next thing which we're going to discuss about. But I'll begin with resistance. I'll begin with the resistance. Its symbol is R, letter R. R stands for resistance. So R is the symbol for resistance. What is resistance? Resistance is the opposition of the flow of electrons in an electroconductor. The opposition of the flow of current, or the opposition of the flow of electrons in an electrical conductor. Yeah, electron conductor. Any electrical consumer, I've got a lot of electrical consumer. We have the bulbs, can be a good electrical consumer. You have heaters, that's an example of an electrical consumer. Anything which consumes electricity is an example of what? Is an electrical consumer. And all the electrical consumers offers resistance in electric circuit. It is trying to oppose, it causes opposition of the flow of current. Instead of current flowing, that electrical consumer, maybe the bulb, tries to change that electrical energy into another form of energy. For example, if we are using a bulb in a circuit, let's go back to our circuit here. This is our bulb here. There is a flow of electrons here, or there is a flow of current. So these bulbs here, the bulb here, or this bulb here, or this one here, they are trying to oppose the flow of current. By doing so, when the current reaches here, the electrical energy here is changed into another form of what? Energy. This is a bulb. This bulb opposes the flow of electrical energy here. Then it changes electrical energy into another form of energy, which is what? Light energy. So the electrical components in a circuit causes the change of electrical energy into another form of energy. That's what I've said. If you're using a bulb will change electrical energy into light energy. If you're using a heater, the heater will change electrical energy into heat energy. The resistance has got standard units. You can be taught to find the resistance. And after getting your answer, you have to write the units of the resistance. So the SI units of resistance is ohms, or it is denoted by this sign here. When you see these two, ohms or this one, that one means it is a unit for resistance. It is a SI unit. SI means standard international. S stands for standard. I stands for international. Standard international units of resistance is ohms. It is measured by an instrument called ohmmeter. Ohmmeter. So you have to be very keen in this particular area. When you have been asked, you can be asked a question here. What is the symbol for the resistance? What is the unit for the resistance? Or resistance is measured by which instrument? You have to be very keen. The instrument is ohmmeter. The SI unit is ohms, or the sign which has been drawn there. The symbol for the resistance is R. So once you have been given a question, find the resistance at the end, in front of your answer. Maybe you have got it is 20, then you end up writing 20R. This is not the correct answer, because R is not a unit. A unit is OHM. So you have to be very keen with these particular things here. The symbol, the unit, and the instrument. The basic measurements of resistance. The SI unit of resistance. So make sure that these important things, you note them down properly. The symbol for resistance, the units for resistance, and the instrument which is used to measure resistance. The second thing which I'd like us to discuss about is currents. Currents, denoted all, its symbol is letter I. So you can see the symbol for resistance is letter R. The symbol for current is I. So in our previous lessons, we have been discussing current. Current is the flow of electrons is the flow of electrons in an electrical conductor. Is the flow of electrons in an electrical conductor or through electrical conductor. That's what's called current. It is simple. Is I. I is the symbol for current. So sometimes you can be given a question, find I. The examiner, the teacher setting that particular exam, doesn't write the word current. He decides or she decides to write the word I. Find I. So if you are not keen with these symbols, my friend, you might get in the exam, then you end up getting stranded in an examination paper. You end up failing because of just not knowing. You know current, but you don't know its symbol. So I is the symbol for current. And we have said current is the flow of electrons through a conductor. It flows. It flows from positive terminal to negative. The flow of current is opposite of the flow of electrons. Electrons flows from negative. Current flows from positive. The SI unit of current is amperes or ampere, not by letter A. The SI unit, the standard international units of current is amperes. For example, if you will be asked to find current in a given circuit, if you get the answer is 20, in front of 20 you have to write 20 amperes or 20 A. Then you can be asked in mathematics question, find the area or find the perimeter. If you have after getting the answer, you have to write the units of the perimeter. You have to write the units of the area. The same applies to current when you are calculating current. When you arrive to your final answer, make sure that don't leave your answer hanging. You must make sure that it has the units. That unit shows you what you are finding. So, you should differentiate I and A. A is the unit, SI unit. I is the symbol for current. The instrument you have seen the instrument which is used to measure resistance, and I also current has got an instrument which measures it, and that instrument is called ammeter. The ammeter. It is an electrical instrument which measures what? Current. The last thing is voltage. Voltage is the force that causes the flow of electrons in an electrical conductor. The force that causes the electrons to flow is called voltage. The symbol for voltage is V. Voltage can also be called PD, potential difference, and in some books you can get it written EMF, electromotive force. But at your level, they like using find voltage or find PD, potential difference. The units for voltage is volts, letter V. And the instrument which measures voltage is voltmeter. This is the instrument which measures what? Voltage. The SI units for voltage is volts or volts, denoted by letter V. The symbol for voltage is V. But in some books, you can find it is PD standing for voltage or EMF standing for voltage. Guys, that will be our end of our today's period. Hoping to meet you again in the coming period, probably tomorrow. And in the coming period, I want to discuss about how to find current, how to find resistance, or how to find voltage in the various questions which usually appears in your exams. Thank you for listening. If you have got any question, you can preserve it. I will give you a way on how to send it to me. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.